Namaste everyone. In today's video, we're going to focus on Muni Patanjali's Yoga Sutra 2.14. Now in this Yoga Sutra, Muni Patanjali has explained to us how exactly the Karmashaya impacts our lives and how we do have a certain level of choice and control in this entire process. So let's look at the sutra and start breaking it up word by word to understand it even better. So the sutra itself goes, Te hlada paritapa phala punya hetutvat. Let's hear that sutra one more time. It goes, Te hlada paritapa phala punya hetutvat. So this is the sutra itself. Now we're going to start looking at the words and breaking it up even further to understand what is it exactly trying to say. So the first word that we have over here is te, and it's referring to dhye. And what is that dhye? From the previous sutra, it's talking about the birth, the lifespan, and the experiences that we tend to have in this lifetime. So it is directly in conjunction with the previous sutra. Then we get this word now which is known as hlada, and this here refers to pleasure or something that is really pleasurable for us. The next word here is paritapa, and paritapa basically means pain or something that is really painful or hurtful to us. The next word is phalaha, and now here we're talking about the basic word phala, which means the result of certain actions or sort of the maturing of certain actions. And it is really, it's also known as a fruit of actions because literally phala also means fruit. Now coming to the next set of words, we're helped to understand where do these actions arise from? Like what is the basis of our pleasurable or the painful experiences that we have in life? And so this is what the sutra has to say. It says that punya, which is the virtuous or the good actions, and secondly apunya, which is the non-virtuous or the bad actions. So we're being introduced to a sense of morality here, which we'll talk about later in the sutra, but we're being told good actions and bad actions. And the final word here is hetutvat, which essentially refers to causality. It's saying on account of, and so it's telling us that on account of our actions, whether they be good actions or bad actions, we then receive painful or pleasurable experiences depending on that. And I think this is, one of the things that we've started to really believe in life through the karma siddhanta theory, which is that as you sow, so shall you reap. And pretty much that's true in so many different things in life. So now let's take a moment and understand the sutra a little bit better and break it down further. So essentially the sutra is telling us that everything we experience in life directly comes from our own actions. So depending on how we choose to act, whether those be good actions or those be bad actions, we will receive the fruit in the same way. Now here, as I mentioned, good and bad are subjective, just like right and wrong are subjective. But to a large extent, I think each of us know what it means to be virtuous, what it means to have good values, what it means to be a considerate, helpful person, somebody that is adding value to society versus somebody that is harming or hurting people and doing bad actions that are neither helping themselves nor others. So there is a sense of some agreeability on what we think of good and bad, but like I said, it is quite subjective. But either way, whether you do bad or good actions, you will receive the fruit of those actions in pleasurable forms or in painful forms. And so this is again a very philosophical sutra. It's continuing the karma siddhanta theory and it's helping us to understand that life as we know it is pretty much our own doing, and we do have a big role to play in the kind of life that we want to lead. And so by taking conscious decisions, by making conscious choices, we can change the way our life currently is and how it will be in the future. And so this is one of the most important things to think about, that very often we like to blame circumstances and other people for what we're experiencing right now, but this sutra helps us take the power back and to realize that actually if we, do the right actions, do the actions that we consider to be virtuous, then those experiences will have a good fruit for us as well. Of course, we're not doing it for the fruit, but it will have an impact. So this is what this sutra is telling us, a pretty straightforward sutra all about the karmic theory and the kind of actions we should live by so that we can live a very conscious and mindful life. So I hope you found this sutra helpful. I'd also love to hear from you. What do you think? Do you think that we have the ability to have free will and make our own decisions, guide our own destiny? Or are we controlled more by an external destiny? What do you think is the case? Or is it a mix of both? Let us know in the comments below. Please, if you enjoyed this video, give it a big thumbs up, share it with your friends and family if you enjoyed it. And we would love to see you in our future classes. The link is in the description if you'd like to sign up, and it would be amazing to see you in class. So I'm going to see you now in the next video. Until then, take care and keep practicing. Namaste.